Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your angel messages reading. So I was pulling just one card of this deck, but two of them came out, so we're going to take them both because I think that's really important. For angels and working with angels, we have awakening, a temporary pause for reflection and insight, an awakening where you see things in a whole new light, embrace your own uniqueness, charitable actions, and we have this card has a C next to it, which means it's connected to Archangel Chamuel, who is kind of like peering over here in the background. So this is you. Something may have been flipped upside down, or you're just like, hey, I just need to take a minute to look at my surroundings, look at where I'm going, look at where I've been, because there's a pathway over here and it kind of branches and you're maybe not sure which way to go. Chamuel means eyes of God. So when you are looking for something, maybe it is a relationship, maybe it is a career. If you're wondering which path to go down, Chamuel has the vision to help you and tell you where to go, where is going to be the best for you. Awakening is, even this person is hanging upside down in their awakening, but they're letting a lot of things go because they're having like a new insight about their things. But I feel like this awakening is going to be a breath of fresh air for you. It's really interesting that we have awakening next to the Knight of Swords, because awakening kind of like talks about just sitting down for a moment and relaxing and thinking about the way that things are. And the Knight of Swords is a huge movement. It is big, it is swift, it is fast. And I feel like a lot of us have been sitting on the sidelines for a while, and we've been feeling maybe left out or left behind. And that's not true. Everything happens in our own unique timing, whatever the timing is that's best for us. And even if we've been sitting in something that we feel like has been a rut for a while because we're not sure where to go, or we're not even seeing these opportunities, we've just sat down to rest for a minute, things can change very quickly and very swiftly, and with like a gusto. That word is coming to mind. The Knight of Air, it says decisive, focused, driven, defensive events that move with great speed, choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional. So it's being very logical, sudden or unexpected changes, and review your options carefully. And I feel like awakening is kind of like reviewing those options, because these cards work beautiful together, even though they're kind of a little bit different energies, just because the downside of the Knight, like he is ready to go, he's roaring to go, he's charging forward, but where is he charging to, right? You kind of have to think about that. And that's what's great about the Awakening card being here and working with Archangel Chamuel, because then you're able to set, oh, I know where I'm going, like have that set that intention in place of where you're going and where you want to be. And a lot of movement where I feel like there's been stagnation for a while. And then we've got the Six of Earth, gifts of money, time or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, paying off debts. What's also interesting about the Six of Earth, which came through here on Awakening, is charitable actions. Six of Earth, you can see there's like a balancing out here that this fairy is doing, like balancing of money, like it's getting back in the flow of receiving if you feel like you've been sitting out for a while. But the charitable actions too is like, if you see an opportunity to give, that's part of the circle, that's part of the flow, giving and receiving. Charitable actions can be where you are performing charity or where you're receiving charity. And those are gifts. Those are gifts from the universe. Just when it flows to you, accept it. The other day I was in line at a coffee shop. It was a drive-up coffee shop Dutch Brothers. It's really popular here, and their computers went out, so they just gave me the coffee for free, and it was like, wow, that's amazing. And then there was another time where I got a free meal, and I was like, wow, that's really great. I could definitely afford these things, so then that money I paid it forward in other ways, and it really felt good to just kind of like, it just felt like, oh yeah, that's nice. The universe bought me some coffee. That's great. And then, we've got the Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition and care for yourself and others. I love all of this for you. It's very beautiful, and you've got so many different elements involved, because we've got air, earth, water. We've got just kind of like, yeah, it's hitting on all cylinders. We've got a lot of love coming in for you. And like I said, I feel like awakening is kind of like you've been sitting on the sidelines for a minute, and you're like, hey, well, what about me? And the universe is like, we didn't forget about you. Here, you're not, here's this, here's this, here's this. You're not left behind at all. So don't feel like you've been left behind. The final card that we have is New Life. Very beautiful, very interesting. This is I'm like, oh, there's a lot of wings out here, but yeah, it's an angel reading, and I picked these cards for a purpose. But breathing new life, heading in the right direction. I mean, this is an omen for that. I feel like the Knight of Air also is very rich connected to this new life card, that you're feeling good, you're going in a new direction. And I love that the Queen of Water is here. It's somebody who just really creates. It feels like this direction that you're going in is not only something that is physically sustaining, that it is like on a material level, but also very emotionally fulfilling. And it, again, just keeps like this energy of feels good, and these new lives, this new opportunities. This can be in love, relationships in general, or very it feels like very career oriented as well, if not all of those things, just because of the energy that's coming in right now, and this feeling of you're like, have been sitting here for so long going nowhere. And it's like, no, you haven't been going anywhere. You've actually been traveling very, very far. It almost has this feeling of like the earth, as we sit in one spot on the earth, and it feels like we're not going anywhere, we're not doing anything, but actually like we're hurtling through space at like a crazy speed. And you are going like, we're literally traveling the universe right now. It just doesn't feel like it at the time, and until you actually see it. So that's what we have for you, Aquarius. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next reading.